Hello and welcome to the Monday live stream. My name is Igor, and without further delay, let's take a look at our board. So what we will work on today and what was shipped last time. Okay, so this is how it looks. Three things in the previous version, and now the Blade PHP syntax should be available for testing for us, so we will do it. But what about today? Well, I would like to work on 4 things. So first one is the Windows support. I recently received a few feature requests about supporting Windows, that the app should support Windows. So let's start first. Let's do first steps today to bring Shikigami to Windows as well. Then, so that's the biggest thing, the most complex feature that we will work on this week. Then I would like to have add an option to move sessions in the grid. I will show you that in a minute, what I mean by that. And this is, I would say that this is a medium complexity. And then 2 smaller things. One is the .env files syntax support. By that I mean adding colors to .env files, and then adding support for a delete key on your keyboards. So that is the thing that should work in the editor area. Let me show you quickly. If you are new here, then this is the application that we work on most of the time, and this is the Shikigami IDE. This is the Agentic IDE, the application that we together during live streams and off streams. When I work off streams, we build an application that allows us to manage multiple sessions of coding agents. Let me show you. Let me demonstrate. So this is test. And bam, I have 4 sessions of claude code. You can rename them. You can, of course, configure them. You can adjust additional configuration by preparing predefined configurations. But that is a different thing. So this is the agentic coding area, and then there is also the editor area, which is the classic IDE. So far, the application supports more and more functionalities from the PHP language, that is auto-completion, going to definitions, looking for usages. We are adding more and more to the PHP LSP, and we recently started working on the Python LSP, our own custom. Of course, we rely on some packages that are available, that is correct, but most of the requirements are defined for this application, and then we put effort on making this working as best as possible. So for now, let me say it one more time: PHP and Python, and that is the nearest future, and the agentic coding area, where you can work with multiple sessions. And this is an important feature. You can decide if you want to run your agents in a project root of a workspace, or if you want to add a new work tree for a feature or a bug that you are working on. So you have these 2 options, and 3 agents are supported by the application at the moment. That is codex, claude code, and opencode. So if you have a local Ollama setup, you can easily use opencode with a combination of Ollama and local models to be independent from Claude, codex, or whatever other provider. But okay, so yeah, the delete key, by that I mean you click on a file or a directory, and then with a delete key on your keyboard you can remove a file or a directory. Small thing but useful. Most of IDEs have it. Then the .env file syntax, I said that, and what I really would like to have, especially when I work with a combination that one of the agent is a supervisor and the other agent is an implementer, then what I would like to add is an option to reorganize this space, either by moving, changing the shape maybe, but the most, like the missing thing that I would like to add today is kind of a grip that you can click on and then move the window, a session window, from third position or fourth position to the first one or the second one. It depends how many agents you have. And the Windows support, so we put the highest priority on it, on the Windows support. So let's start from that.
1, 2.
And as usual, I use Claude with Opus 5 and the high effort for any new features requests when I want to gather the requirements and then prepare a spec and then the implementation plan. And this is my usual driver for this, and we're gonna run it in a new work tree because we want to. That's not the only agent that will run today, so we want to isolate their work to not interfere with other agents. And if you already use the application and you defined configurations before starting a session, then all you have to do is to click on a predefined configuration. In my case, this one, the one that I would like to use, is on the first position. And we have a work tree, we have a model with the high effort exactly as we wanted to have. Okay, so now let me give it a prompt and we will continue with other tasks for today. At the moment, the application supports macOS and Linux operating systems. I want you to run scouts and verify what we have to adjust in our code base to support Windows, and what about paths discovery for built-in functions that are relying on different programming languages that require to have an access to executables, pins, or other packages. Okay, let me shape it like this. I believe anyway we will start from a brainstorming session. Let's give it some time. And okay, I am moving that into planning already. I expect that maybe there will be some changes in the application settings because of the Windows support. Maybe users will have to provide some additional configuration and paths where certain binaries live. Let's see. Okay, and it has to be native Windows. Okay. So then the next thing is an option to move sessions. So let me just start some random sessions. Okay, and I'm gonna take a screenshot now. and like I believe somewhere here maybe in the center of the top bar could be a grip or any different kind of a button that allows to drag and drop a session window. So something like that. Let's switch to Shikigami. Let's add another session for that. I want you to add a functionality to drag and drop a session window and reorganize the order of them within a workspace. The feature is not about allowing users to move a session to another workspace. All they can do is to change positions, and that means order of sessions within a workspace, and that should be saved the same way as we now save the state, but it should be updated. And again, I believe the agent will start from a brainstorming session to clarify requirements, which is fine. Let's give it some time. Now the third and fourth one. Okay, so we have 2 additional sessions, and now it's the time to give them a prompt. And maybe also before I do that, let me take a look at let me search for an example of a syntax highlighting. Just to paste it as a reference. Okay, so we have it. And now it's time for a prompt. I want you to add a syntax color schema for .env files, and please keep in mind that for some frameworks, .env file is a file that is a .env file is also a file that has a suffix. So for example, .env.local. Okay, let me maybe write it down. So .env.local. Please as well remember that we already have two different themes for syntax coloration, and that as well means that .env files should have different coloration, depend on a theme. Okay. And the last one for today, a delete key. Okay, let me remove those sessions. So the thing is, you select a file or a directory and then you click a delete key on your keyboards, and that should open a window with a confirmation, or a modal, actually I should say, a modal with a confirmation if you really want to delete it. I want you to add a new functionality in the editors area in the files tree. If a user select a file or a directory and then click on a delete key on their keyboards, then we should open a modal with a confirmation if a user want to delete a certain file or a directory. If yes, then we have to remove it. If no, then no change. By the way, as you can see, one of the features of the application is that there is a glow effect on running sessions and on sessions that require your attention. So for example, in this case, we have 2 green. It means that they are busy. These agents are working on something, and 2 are yellow. That means that they are waiting for your input. Another useful feature is that if you have, like in this case, 4 sessions or even more, and your screen isn't big, then the last button in the top bar of a session is the one that maximizes a session, so then you have better readability and it's easier to read the output. Okay, let me ask the agent one more important thing regarding the drag and drop functionality. I want you to make sure that we won't lose content of a session once we move it to another place. If you need to get more knowledge about it, please run sub-agents to verify how can be implemented. I want you to spin up a localhost server and present us all the options. Then we can choose from it. Sorry, not from it, but from them. Could you explain why do you need to add a notification about unsaved changes? It's gonna be deleted anyway, so what is the issue here? Okay, and here we have the color options. Let me take a look at them. Okay, easy thing. The first one is correct. Okay, and since we are waiting for these 3 agents, so the first one already finished its work, but that I will take a look at it off stream because it's a long document, and maybe at the next session I will share it with you. What are the findings and how, and if we can bring Shikigami to Windows. Let's see. So let's focus on these 3, and as well in the meantime we can test the Blade PHP syntax support. So that instance of the application, I run it in the dev environment. Okay, so we have it. There is no auto-completion as far as I remember. I will have to check that. Maybe I need to re-index the workspace. I'm not sure, but anyway, so we have the coloration now, and it is fine. That wasn't the case before, so now it will be easier for you and for me as well, because I have a project that uses actually more than one project, and they use a Blade PHP templating system, so now it will be easier to move around. So that is checked. And there is one more thing I would clarify with the no, not that one, with the agent. Let me do it again. Sorry, I have to do it one more time. As I can see, we already have a confirmation modal. Does it mean you will reuse the same one? Okay, so we are in the process of creating a specification files, one for the .env file syntax, the other one for drag and drop. Let's take a look at the delete key functionality. Okay, and we have a specification file for the drag and drop. Now let's prepare an implementation plan. Good, so now I want you to prepare the implementation plan and please run code review and architecture review with a cheaper model on that plan. Okay guys, so that was a spontaneous live stream today. I wanted to keep it short, so these three things, if I manage and my agents, if they manage to implement this within next hour, they should be able to do it, but let's see. Then I will also include it in the 2 days release. So what you can expect if that release will happen, then for sure, I mean, it will happen, but what you can expect, so for sure the Blade PHP syntax support, coloration only for now, and the autocomplete functionality, we may add it in the future, but for that I need to hear your feedback if you use this templating system as well, and if you would like to include in the application the autocomplete functionality, please let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you would like to reach out to me, please consider joining our Discord server. The link is in the description. And what else? If any of these agents will be able to prepare a plan and will prepare a plan, then I will start working on it right away, starting implementing this. And I would like to include all of these features in this release. Let's see. And that's it for today. So thank you for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a nice day, have a nice evening. Bye bye.